Hello, everyone. I have some content that's not about circumcision today. It's just about general concepts, morality, and philosophy. So if you're interested, stay tuned. Anyway, I've been thinking a lot about the future and the nature of infinity. And I was thinking that and this is the biggest if there ever is, if infinity exists, that means that everything exists. Because infinity is literally everything. So, the only thing that we have to do as people, as life forms, trapped inside of time, space-time, we have to figure out where we are in everything. When are we in everything? What has already happened? What is happening? And what will happen? What is inevitable? What will happen? So, I've been thinking about mind control as well, and how that is going to develop in the future. So right now, we can attach electrodes to a cockroach and literally control the cockroach's brain, tell it where to go, and various other things. We can literally control, by force, another living creature to do whatever we want. So eventually, we're going to be able to do that to other people. And furthermore, we're going to be able to do it wirelessly. Yeah, that sounds really scary. So, I wanted to get a head start on it. I want us to get us thinking about it right now and talking about it so that we can actually discuss it and hopefully put in contingencies in place so that the bad things don't happen when we institute mind control. So, with philosophy running rampant in the future and various other people trying to figure out the problem of morality, I came across a phrase that somebody might adopt in the future. And this is the phrase: the perfect world is a perfect prison. So what does that mean? It means that essentially, you have a God that is all-knowing and all-powerful and all-good. And in that world, where there is a God like that, they single-handedly prevent all crime, all bad moral things, and they reward good behavior. So, what does a perfect prison look like? Well, to me, it directly involves the mind control I was talking about. Being able to safely say that a criminal is never going to commit that crime again is the perfect prison. You have reformed that person perfectly in order to make sure that they never commit that crime again. So, in the perfect prison, mind control has a factor. So, what is mind control? When you think about it, all it really is changing somebody's mind. All it is telling somebody that they should go left instead of going right. And that's a form of mind control. you successfully influence that person to change their direction that they're going. It's just scary to think that mind control can affect more than just what you do. And it can control what you think as well. After all, the brain is electrical, and we have a pretty good understanding of electrical already. Electricity, in general. As an intelligent life species on Earth, we have a pretty good grip of electricity. So, with a little bit of care and a little bit of scientific progress, we can literally develop a machine that can perfectly wirelessly control an area of people or life forms. So, what we need to do as the intelligent life forms on this planet, we need to get a head start on mind control. And we need to be using it for good. For the good reasons instead of the bad ones. So, my suggestion is that you have the volunteers. You have volunteers who are well trained. You have volunteers who are well trained to man those mind control machines. In that way, you have the citizenry themselves controlling the mind control machines who are controlling themselves. So you have themselves controlling themselves. So it's not that big of an issue, right? Or at least not that big of one. It's a way to at least reduce the total amount of evil in the situation of mind control. So, if I were in control of that machine, I would definitely be one of those well-trained volunteers who prevents the crime and rewards the good. But we have to have contingencies in place in order to make sure that the volunteers who are well-trained don't misuse the equipment. That's my main concern. Because if one person gets the wrong idea, they can mind control an entire area of people that the machine can reach wirelessly. So, we need to make sure that, one, that the machine isn't already being built secretly by the government or anybody else. We have to make sure that this machine isn't being built already. Number one. And that specifically requires the government to release secrets that they're probably not allowed to release. But they need to. They need to. Not want. They need to release that information if they have it. Or else, it'll go wrong. I promise. That is what will happen. It will go wrong. So we as people, citizens, non-government citizens, we need to literally infiltrate the government to figure out what secrets they have and release them to the public. Well, just like Edward Snowden. We need more Edward Snowdens. Literally, to save the world of mind control. And back to infinity, who's to say that it isn't already in existence and on its way here? In space, let's say. Let's say the range of that machine is forever increasing. They're making the machine better and better and better, and the range is increasing throughout space and time to make the perfect prison. So that they can essentially get rid of all evil in the universe. It's not a bad plan, But things can definitely go wrong in that plan. And we need a head start. And furthermore, we need to be able to defend ourselves against mind control. We need to figure out a type of helmet or something to keep our brains from being interfered with wirelessly. So, we actually need to do a lot of work here, a lot of thinking, a lot of working, and a lot of discussing in order to get ready for the future. And if we don't, our children are going to say to us, "What have you been doing this entire time? What have you been doing? Not thinking? What's wrong with you?" The number one important thing to do is to think. We have all the answers. Morally speaking, we have all the answers already. We have the good and the evil. All we need to do is parse. That's it. And it takes some people, literally, 80 years to figure out what's right and wrong. Which is sad. That's why people are going to invent the perfect prison. Because it takes some people that long to figure out what's right and wrong. And if you're living in a perfect prison, you're literally not allowed to do what's wrong. If you live in a perfect prison, in a perfect world, with a perfect God. So, what we need, literally, I keep saying this, but it's true. We need contingencies against malicious intent of various kinds. And I'm just talking about one kind, mind control. That's it. I'm talking about one topic. And we need to extend that favor of thinking to other various topics as well, in regarding our future and our children's futures. So that's what I had to talk about today, and whether or not mind control exists or not. So hopefully this made your brain jog a little bit, and let's get some comments below. I'm curious about what you think on this topic. And what would your punishments be if a crime did get through? That's a good question too. If you were that perfect God, would you instead prevent the crime or allow the crime but punish it? It's a good question. Let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try and make more videos about the main topic of circumcision on this channel. So, I'll catch you guys in the next one. And I wanted to give a special thank you to Brother K of the Bloodstained Men. He is the light in this movement. And his peaceful protesting and nonviolent activism are what's going to shine through at the end of the day. But my views are a little bit more drastic than his. For instance, I believe that if you circumcise your baby, you're on the side of pedophiles, and you should be treated like one. You know what happened to Jeffrey Epstein in prison. I think that's what should be happening to cutters. But, yeah, the nonviolent, peaceful protesting is what's going to shine through at the end of the day. And Brother K is going to be the one at the front. He already is. And he was on the news just the other day. So, we need to just realize where the ground that we share and the ground that we don't share. And we need to come to common ground and share it. In fear of sounding redundant. Anyway, I'd like to wrap this video up here before it gets to be too long. And I would just like to leave you with the existential fear of the presence of mind control. Sorry if I ruined your day. But it's important to think about, so please do. And let me know what you think, because that is the second most important part, is the discussion part. So let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out. Bye.